my sister Lois and I were ordered to go to bed with the promise that when Dick got home, they would wake us up. So the next thing we knew, we were awakened by our brother Dick, and we ran downstairs to see everyone with lots of hugs and chatter and laughs. Everyone donned winter wear. Lois and I put on snowsuits over our pajamas, and all of us were going outside to build snow forts and have a snowball fight in the fresh snow. I guess Dick wasn't really done fighting or something. So anyway, we all went outside, and then afterward we came inside to warm up and have hot chocolate. And Dick had brought presents for Lois and me, which were the most welcome sight. Nothing like dentine gum and fruit-flavored lifesavers had been on our grocery shelves for years. But he had those, he gave them to us, and it was the best Christmas ever. After the war years, when Dick married the love of his life, Barbara, in our local church, I just loved her dearly, and I thought she must be a beauty queen or a hopeful movie star, and best of all, she gave me her metal girl's bicycle. The only bicycle I had during the war was my brother's, because you could not buy bicycles of any kind. Now, I was very young, 5, 6, 7, so to get on his bicycle, I had to step up on the steps that was the entry to the house and get on the bicycle. And in order to get off, I had to ride up on the grass and fall over. So that was the only way. I could not reach the ground sitting on the seat. So when Barbara gave me a girl's bicycle, that was another wonderful gift. So over the years, our family really spread out, each of us living in various parts of the United States. But when we did get together, always the tie that binds was there. And no one can ever take away all the memories of the times we spent together. I am so proud. I am so proud today to honor my idol, my brother, Richard Carter Talcott.
Thank you very much. That was another great example of our history. Sharing family stories like that makes us very, very grateful. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to go ahead and introduce Bruce Bailey, who is going to talk a little bit about freedom and a rightful poem, Freedom of Our Great Nation. Bruce?
Good afternoon. As Neil probably told you a little bit, I'm the president and CEO of Mt Soledad Memorial Association and have been for the last 5 years. But as I stand before you today, I want you to understand I didn't get booted out. We decided as a group that we would have term limits. So I termed out December 31st, and so now I'm in a position of immediate past president. But what I really want to tell you about is what we have up here. I'm going to make it very short. The lawsuit was filed in 1989, and we fought it tooth and nail all the way up through this last year. On July 17th, we were fortunate enough to buy this property. And the property that you're on right now, just the circular part of it, we bought from the United States government. And it was through a lot of hard work, and a lot of luck, and a lot of the good Lord's graces that I can now sit and stand here before you and tell you, which I've never been able to do during my 15 years as a trustee up here. I can look you all in the eye and say, I can guarantee you that that cross is going to be there for the rest of your lives and for a long time. Now, how can I be so bold? I'm a lawyer. I never say anything like that, okay? I mean, I never talk to a jury that way, but I can talk to you that way because this property is now private property. And because it's private property, the U.S. Constitution and the California Constitution against separation of church and state does not apply. So I'm in the process right now, and if I were a betting man, I would say that within about 2 months, the lawsuit that is presently pending against us will be dismissed with prejudice, and we're going to move on, and this is going to allow us to expend a lot of our energies now doing things like this, going into schools in 5th grade and letting them know about what the Battle of the Bulge was like and what it was. So we have great things to accomplish, and again, we're all thrilled that you were here to be with us at this ceremony. So let me read a poem. It's very short, but it's called A Tribute to Those Who Served and Died. In time of war, they heeded the call. They took up arms, freedom for all. They went to serve in a faraway land. In battles they fought, they took a stand. In honor of country, their duty they performed. For those who died, our country sadly mourned. There were many who fell and gave their lives, leaving behind children, mothers, fathers, and wives. They fought the fight to let freedom ring. In honor of that, their praises we sing. To those who died, we salute you all and give our thanks for heeding the call.
Excuse me on that. Thank you, Bruce. And at this time, on behalf of all the trustees and the members of the Mt Soledad Memorial Association, it is our honor and privilege to present a flag that was flown over our memorial, your memorial, flagpole on the other side behind me, to Mrs. Talcott, to honor you and thank you. Thank you again, Mrs. Talcott. We know you have a flag. This is a special flag here in San Diego with a beautiful plaque which we're about to unveil to you in a moment. Before I do, I'd like to introduce Colleen Craven of Quilts of Valor, who has an organization which supports our veterans and is extremely close to our organization. Colleen?
If I might, this is the first time we've done this at any of our ceremonies. And I want to let you know how proud we are of these ladies who are going to start a new tradition for us. And I'm going to let Colleen tell you about it.
Hi, everybody. We are here today representing the Quilts of Valor Foundation. I'd like to give you a little background about Quilts of Valor. Our foundation is a national, nonprofit organization founded in 2003. Our founder, Catherine Roberts, had the idea of comforting veterans with quilts. Since then, QOVF has become a nationwide grassroots community service effort connecting the home front with our combat warriors, veterans of all armed conflicts, and others who were touched in some way by war. A Quilt of Valor is a generous nap-size quilt, pieced and quilted by the loving and appreciative hands of thousands of volunteers who spend countless hours on each one to make it very special. What does a Quilt of Valor mean? First, we honor you for your service. Next, our quilters know that freedom is not free. The cost of our freedom is the dedication of men and women who serve in our military. This quilt is meant to say thank you for your sacrifice. And finally, this quilt is meant to offer comfort and to remind you that you are forever in our hearts and thoughts. Just how much of an impact has the Quilts of Valor Foundation made? As of today, almost 132,000 quilts have been awarded to honor and comfort service members and veterans touched by war, and each one is richly deserved. We are honored to be here today at the unveiling of the memorial plaque for Mr. Talcott. On behalf of the Quilts of Valor Foundation and our local Quilts of Valor Mira Mesa group, we wish to award this quilt to the Talcott family in Richard's memory. John, Mrs. Talcott, and the family, please accept this tangible token of our appreciation that sincerely and lovingly says, thank you for your service, sacrifice, and valor.
Thank you very much, Colleen, ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, this time we'd like to say thank you again. On behalf of the Mt Soledad Memorial Association, the Board of Trustees, and myself, I want to thank all of you for being here today to honor Sergeant Talcott's service. Please join Mrs. Talcott and her family as we present the memorial plaque honoring his courageous service to our country. Thank you again. This concludes our service. We invite you to take as many pictures as you'd like. Thank you again.